Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria. If this happens to be your first time visiting, welcome to Simple Infinitos DIY. If you have not checked my Facebook page, you can find me over there as Maria's Fake Bake. So with all of that being said, let's begin. Today I want to share with you how I made a adorable ice cream whimsical mushroom. Maybe I said that backwards, but anyways. Okay, so here I have a cone styrofoam that I found at Michael's. It was actually on clearance because the top piece was broken, but that is okay because I actually wind up using that piece as well. So here I'm just going to be measuring it because also I don't want my ice cream mushroom to be too long or too big, so I just measured it about 8 to 8.5 inches long, and then I'm just gonna cut that piece as well. When I first found this, I know I wanted it, the cone, but I was like, what am I gonna do with the whole thing? And then just, of course, once I cut the little piece, the top piece that was broken, I was like, wait a minute, I can actually use the whole thing, and I already had ideas of what I wanted to do with all three pieces. But anyways, that's a little story behind that. Anyways, let's keep moving on. Okay, so I am going, like I said, cut this, and then this is what I was mentioning the other day when I was talking about styrofoam. I don't remember if I mentioned it here or over on Facebook, but the reason I love these type of cones or styrofoam is because you can shape it. Like for example, on the bottom, it was kind of squared off, if that makes any sense, like the edge. And then I just started pressing it down, rolling it around, and made it more like a curve to it on the bottom. The only thing I don't like about it is that when I do cut it, it throws a lot of pieces, and I hate that. So whenever you do use this type of foam, you always want to make sure that you clean your surface, because otherwise it will get stuck on your clay, and to get those pieces out from there, it's a nightmare. So just a little tip there for you if you're new to using clay and what have you. Okay, so I am using this plastic, I think they're called emborders or embordering type of mold looking. I don't know what they're called. I don't remember. But anyways, I will leave it in the link listed down below. So I did had to press pretty hard down on that, making sure that my clay was not too thin, because otherwise it would tear it. So since I made sure as well that I needed to press really hard to get that pattern in there, so when it dries it will not lose the pattern, I had to make sure that my roller pin had the ring guides on there, or the rings bands is what they're called, just so when I would press, I would not press too hard that I would rip it. Okay, so as you can see, there is a little portion at the bottom that, well, obviously this piece wasn't that long, so, but that is okay because this is going to be the back side of the cone, and I am going to just go ahead and add another piece to that. Now, the top part that sits on top of that covers that small section there that it didn't cover, but because I just went ahead and covered the whole thing, but really you don't necessarily have to cover the whole cone. That is totally up to you. But I just went ahead and did so. If you do plan on selling this, then I do advise you to cover the whole thing, because I'm really not sure if I'm going to sell it or not, but I just want to make sure that, I just cover it and that's it. So now that I have my entire cone covered, I'm going to go in with this old palette here. I did mix a couple of brown shades there, just trying to see which way I wanted to go with it, if the light was too light or if it was too dark or what have you. So I just started mixing around colors and see what I wanted. So there's really not a particular color that I use on this. You will notice there that I just kept using different ones. But anyway, so I just went in there. I did the whole entire cone. You don't really have to. Again, if you're not planning to sell it, I probably could have gotten away if I didn't want to do the top part of it, but you never know. So here it is. So now that is all shaded in, I am going to start working on the top part of the ice cream. So, of the ice cream cone. So the ice cream scoop. Anyways, so all I did is just, of course, use my color, which is pink, and I want to make sure that there's no bubbles in there. If there are bubbles in there, you can just use something sharp, pop those bubbles, and then just press down as you saw what I was doing. And then, of course, I'm going to trim off all the extra clay. I did not do the inside because to me that would be just a waste of clay. If you want, of course, it's totally up to you. Keep always in mind that when you're making something, it is up to you. However you want it to make it is your option. It is your piece, so never think that you actually have to do it exactly the way I do it or how I do mine. Because I'm going to be honest with you, in the beginning I always thought that it had to be exactly like the way when I was first learning how to make creations or whatever. I thought I had to do it exactly the same way, and a lot of times it would not come out that way, so I was like, you know what, I'll just learn the techniques, but from there, if it comes out the wherever it does, however it does, this is going to be my piece, I'm going to be okay with it, and that's the way I kept that mentality going, and I want it to be my piece, so yeah. Anyways, now let's move on. Okay, so here is an ice cream scoop drip, I think they're called. I will link it down below. I don't remember where I got it from, but I will link it in the description box below. And also that big huge cookie cutter there came actually from, I think, Hobby Lobby, and I think they give you 3. If it's not Hobby Lobby, then it came from Amazon. But I will link it in the description box down below. And I wanted my ice cream to have another like ice cream dripping as well. So I just use this as well. Here, the cookie cutter. And as you can see, I forgot to add the baby oil. I don't know why. I should have known better. Whenever I use plastic cookie cutters, it's always easier for me to pull the clay away. As you can see here, there, I'm struggling with it. But that's okay. I've also seen other creators use cooking oil, or some of them dip it in water. Again, it is totally up to you what you want to use. But for me, I prefer the baby oil because it leaves my hands soft and it smells way much better than the cooking oil. Anyways, so I'm going to get all of my pieces and then I'm just going to start pressing them down. As you saw as well, I did not use any glue. Whenever I can, I will try to not use glue if I can get away with it. My clay is soft, so it's going to hold just fine on its own. As well, I am going to be just right where the end, both clays connect, I'm just pressing that in because I'm going to try to get, I don't want that to show when it dries up where they connect, so I'm going to press that in as much as I can. So now that it's all filled up, I'm going to start with my sprinkles, and I'm just going to make sure that I brush the glue evenly all the way around, especially if you're going to be adding glitter or sprinkles, because when it dries up there will be clumps of that, and that will not look good. So you want to make sure that you brush your entire, wherever you add the glue. And then here is my own sprinkles, so I'm just going to add a few on there. I don't want to add so many because then to me it'll feel like it's overwhelmed. So I'm just gonna going slowly, spreading them out. I also added some flat pearls, some little diamonds and stuff like that, just to give it more of a glam look. Sparkling look. So here's another, if you don't want to use sprinkles, you can use whatever you want. I was also thinking about adding some like candies, some cookies and stuff like that, but it all depends. Now, if you notice there in the center, I didn't added any sprinkles, right? The reason is because if you watch my last video when I made the sleeping fairy, well, this is the reason why I was making her, because I wanted to add her to this mushroom. I've done one before. I did not share how I made the first one, unfortunately. A lot of times I get in my room and I just start molding away whatever, and then I'm like, okay, why didn't I not record this? This would have been great. But anyway, so here is my ice cream, and here she is. If y'all remember how I made her, then, and if you still have not added her to anything, I believe that this will be a great place for you to add your fairy to. If you did not watch that video, and if you want to learn how to make make a fairy, just go ahead and watch that video. I will link it to this video, so you know, if you once you finish watching this, you can go and check to see how I made her. I am planning to make another fairy, but that fairy, I want her to look like she's sitting down, playing. So keep an eye out for that one, okay? So here she is. I really love how this really looks so adorable. I just love it. And of course, I'm just going to secure my cone here to my ice cream top. I'm going to add some glue in there so it won't be moving around. And yeah, that's it. This is how easy this came out to be. If I inspired you to make one, I hope you share with me. I would really love to see it. And leave me a comment down below. You know, have you done one before? You know, do you want to make one? You know, just leave the comments in there. And I hope you also share this page out or this video with your friends, or with your your crafty friends, your family, whomever, your co-workers, your boss. Anyways, but yeah, here she is. I just really love how she came out. I think she came out so adorable. And like I said, I did wind up adding some little bit of candies, which you will see later. They were just already pre-made. And I think maybe, I don't know, but you'll see in a minute, maybe I did not add it enough. I don't know. You tell me, do you think I should add more? I'm thinking about adding more. Oh, and I didn't share the part, and the part where, on the cone where the clay met together, like I said, that was the back side. Well, I added some candy there just in case it get turned, they won't see where the clay connected. But anyways, my friends, this is the end of the video. Here's a closer look. What do you think? I really love how this came out. It looks so adorable. Well, my friends, thank you so much for sticking around. I will catch you on the next live or the next video. Till then, have a great day. Stay safe. Be kind. Bye.